Okay, here we are at the new part of the cemetery, but not necessarily the people are any younger. These are my grandparents and Mary's grandparents, and that's Lyle Bleecker and Myrtle Bleecker. And I always knew him as this Grandpa Bleecker, and he was a superintendent of schools all over the state of Michigan. And he spent quite a bit of time in Hart, Michigan, which is 8 miles from here, and 1 year in Pentwater, Michigan, which is how the connection happened with why the Bleeckers ended up coming to Pentwater. And then I think his last job might have been in Chelsea, Michigan, which is where my mom graduated, Jean Bleecker, in whatever year that was, when she was a valedictorian. But I remember them, especially my grandpa, listening to baseball games and smoking Kent cigarettes. And Myrtle was just really nice old lady. And I think Grandpa Bleecker was a pretty smart guy. I didn't know him that well. He did live way past my dad, so they were very nice. And they spent a lot of time in Pentwater. They used to rent places there in the summer so I could see them and they could see my mom. So. And then this is Harry, Uncle Harry. He was a funny guy. He had a lot of kids, and I think like 5 kids. And the mother of his wife, can't even remember her name. She died really young, and somehow Harry still managed to raise these kids, even though he had some really mental issues. He ended up being hospitalized for what they called back then nervous breakdowns. But he was always a real gregarious guy and loved sports just like my grandpa, and loved Pentwater. He moved here late in his life, and I think he died here too, pretty sure. He got married later to Petey, and they lived a pretty good life, and Petey basically took care of Uncle Harry. But he's the only uncle or aunt here. The rest of them are all over the place. Aunt Barb,